Application of Paulo Freire's Framework to Flaherty's No More Heroes by Kimberly Allen. In this presentation, I will apply Paulo Freire's Pedagogy of the Oppressed to Jordan Flaherty's No More Heroes, Grassroots Challenges to the Savior Mentality. What is a savior and the savior mentality? A prototypical savior is a person who has been raised in privilege and taught implicitly or explicitly, or both, that they possess the answers and skills needed to rescue others, no matter the situation. They are taught that saving others is the burden they must bear. The savior mentality means that you want to help others, but are not open to guidance from those you want to help. Saviors fundamentally believe they are better than the people they are rescuing. They want to lead and never follow. Flaherty. Applying Freire's concepts of liberation and generosity to the savior mentality. Certain members of the oppressor class join the oppressed in their struggle for liberation. As they cease to be exploiters, they almost always bring with them the marks of their origin, their prejudices, and their deformations, which include a lack of confidence in the people's ability to think, to want, and to know. The generosity of the oppressors is nourished by an unjust order, which must be maintained to justify that generosity. Our converts, on the other hand, truly desire to transform the unjust order, but because of their background, they believe that they must be the executors of the transformation. They talk about the people, but they do not trust them. And trusting the people is the indispensable precondition for revolutionary change. Freire. Colonialism and Manifest Destiny. Colonialism has historically been enforced by military violence, but today's conquests are often masked as a charity, and international aid has become the first line of engagement. We engage with the world as saviors and leave devastation behind. In 1843, President Andrew Jackson famously called U.S. territorial expansion extending the area of freedom, an ideology known as manifest destiny, as in a destiny of white people to dominate the rest of the world. Flaherty. Dehumanization, although a concrete historical fact, is not a given destiny, but the result of an unjust order that engenders violence in the oppressors, which in turn dehumanizes the oppressed. Freire. Since Jackson's day, U.S. foreign policy has changed in tone, but not mission. We still define ourselves as rulers of the world. We're just more polite about it. U.S. international aid is contingent on accepting our country's moral instruction and political guidance. Our government provides development aid and loans through the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, the International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank. But that comes with demands for neoliberal restructuring. We donate to rebuild after disasters, but U.S. disaster relief comes with instructions to buy U.S. products. We engage with the world as helpers, but only on our own terms in ways that benefit us. Flaherty. Here's a photo of Samantha Power, the current director of USAID, and a picture of USAID working with the military. As you can see, the lines between the military and humanitarian aid have been blurred, which isn't surprising under Power's leadership, and the new military humanism. This humanitarian aid is a form of false generosity. Our government can pat itself on the back for providing food aid to those in Africa and others around the world. However, much of the food aid helps farmers back home. But what is the U.S. doing to address the root causes? True generosity consists precisely in fighting to destroy the causes which nourish false charity. False charity constrains the fearful and subdued, the rejects of life, to extend their trembling hands. True generosity lies in striving so these hands, whether individuals or entire people, need be extended less and less in supplication, so that more and more they become human hands which work and working transform the world. Freire. Thank you for listening.